Okay, first, I'll apologize for the disheveled state I'm in. No, there's nothing wrong, I'm just getting off work, and I'm actually shooting this video out almost midnight on Tuesday, so technically it would still be Wednesday, which means, as of midnight, officially, it will be 1 week. One more week, and I head back down to Orlando. So, I'm sure you guys and girls out there are curious. What am I talking about in the vlog of randomness this week? Well, I actually came up with an interesting topic that's very, very timely. Why? Because I'm going to explain why I go to Florida twice a year. Now, obviously, if you've been following the videos for a long time, you would know that I go in September just so I can be there for my birthday. And I can be there now for Halloween Horror Nights. I can see my friends, I can hang out with everyone, I can do Disney, Universal, if I have time, maybe hit another park like a SeaWorld or a Busch Gardens. And I'm down for 2 weeks, I have a great time. And then, a couple years back, I decided to start coming twice a year. Now there's a reason for that, and I'll explain exactly why. That's our topic here on the vlog of randomness. Before I get started, I found out some breaking news as of earlier tonight, technically earlier Tuesday. There was some news that broke that Turner Classic Movies is now going to be partially sponsoring the Great Movie Ride at Disney's Hollywood Studios. That's pretty awesome. Now granted, it's probably just going to be the pre-show and the finale, but still, updating anything is a good thing, and eventually we're going to get a complete revamp of the Great Movie Ride, but not quite yet. Obviously, we've got a lot of things that are going to be coming into Hollywood Studios way before they decide on that. But the first everyone has to know is the fact that the Sorcerer's Hat's coming down next year, so that's something to be excited about. For those of us that did not get to see the park without the Sorcerer's Hat, it is quite an interesting sight. I personally have seen the park without the Sorcerer's Hat. I remember seeing a great shot from Crossroads at the top, at the front of the park. So yeah, I remember when there wasn't a big gaudy Fantasia Sorcerer's Hat just chilling out right in front of the Great Movie Ride. I remember when it actually was a direct path to the Great Movie Ride. So yeah, I remember that time. It's going to be nice to see that again when I come back next year. So, like I said, we get to this point of the video, and I'm going to explain myself why I go down for December. Okay, so, why don't you ask yourself, oh, and you come back around the 1st of October, or like the first couple days in October, and then you go back again in the 1st of December? Why? Well, I'll explain why. A few years ago, in 2011, I believe, I stumbled upon an amazing podcast called WDW Today. And it was something that I was really interested in. And I would actually go back and look at their wiki page and I would listen to all of their other episodes. I got really excited and they start doing fan meets. Now it started out with something called Mouse Fest, which unfortunately I did not get to attend. But then it transitioned into something called Reunion. And I would listen to all of the Reunion podcast, hearing about all the awesome fun everyone was having at Reunion. And I was thinking, if only I could go in December just so I can be there with everyone and enjoy Reunion too. Well, in 2012, I took the jump and did exactly that. And I went to my first Reunion. Reunion basically being the WDW Today event that is co-sponsored by MEI and Mouse Fan Travel. And basically it was like-minded individuals like myself, Disney fanatics that just want to go around the parks and enjoy Disney rides, enjoy Disney experiences, and enjoy talking with Disney fans. That was fun. Super fun. So I decided from this moment forward that I would start going in December. Why? Basically because of Reunion. So we did a lot of really awesome events. We had Be Our Guest to ourselves for lunch before it got extremely crowded when it first opened. I was there for actually the grand opening of New Fantasyland. I showed you back before the video where I had the New Fantasyland special press lanyard that I got from a cast member around the partner statue that day. So yeah, we got to do a lot of really cool things. You ride rides with friends, and then these people would become friends, and they'd be able to hang out, and they'd be able to talk to you, and you'd be able to not be alone when you're going down in the parks. Because obviously, most of the time, I go by myself, and until just recently, I did not really have a friend support system in Orlando, but now I do. I have quite a large one thanks to this channel, to be totally honest. But let's talk about Reunion, shall we? Reunion, in essence, is basically 4 days. There is 3 days, and then there is the final day, which is basically maybe 1 or 2 things. So it's pretty much spread among 3 parks. Animal Kingdom is kind of left out here. There's 1 day at the Magic Kingdom, there's events at Epcot, and there's events at Hollywood Studios. So basically, you could go to any of the events you wanted to, as many as you wanted to, or you could just do whatever you wanted to. It was basically come as you go, and you could do whatever you wanted. But there were events there. If you decided you wanted to join, you could. And it was awesome because we also got a lot of special perks, like an Illuminations dessert party, and we got the Osborne family spectacle of dancing lights to ourselves for about an hour, and that was amazing. All this awesome things. Now, some of the stuff you actually had to pay a little bit extra for, but it was totally worth it. And if you booked with MEI and Mouse Fan Travel to the actual Reunion package, you got that special dessert and viewing of the Osborne lights. And that wasn't just all. There was sometimes a couple other things thrown in. Sometimes, and every year that I've noticed, there's been a ride on Toy Story Midway Mania, which is obviously the most popular attraction in Hollywood Studios, and arguably the most popular attraction in Walt Disney World itself. So yeah, I met up with a lot of people, and you start out not knowing anyone, but then quickly you start learning everyone's name. They know you, you know them, you have someone to pal around with in the parks, and it's an awesome, fun time. Now, granted, also, when I'm down in December, I do go over to Universal and check out Grinchmas, and also the Macy's Holiday Parade, as well as, if I'm able to, try to catch a Mannheim Steamroller. All of the above you can catch on Pop during the, I believe it's the Universal Orlando December 2013 playlist from last year. And I'll have more of those videos this year, mark my words. Let's talk about Reunion, shall we? Basically, it is 4 days. It's a Thursday, a Friday, a Saturday, and a Sunday. And basically, it's done this way so people can enjoy the weekend. But if they need to bomb out on Sunday, they're more than welcome to. Now, this event, obviously put on by MEI and Mouse Fan Travel with the help of WDW Today podcast. And there's a lot of really amazing people in both of those organizations, and I really enjoy hanging out with them. They know me, I know them, and it's like we've been friends for years. It's super cool. So let's talk about Reunion 2014, shall we? It's going to start on Thursday, December 4th, and it's going to start actually at the Magic Kingdom. Every single year it seems to start at the Magic Kingdom. But before we actually go over to the Magic Kingdom, we're going to be heading over to the Contemporary and one of the conference rooms, and that's where we get our swag bag, our lanyard, and all our goodies we get. Now, this is last year's. I'll show you this. This is the Reunion lanyard. I like this. It's nice. See, it says mousefantravel.com, Reunion 2013. There's the logo. And here is an awesome picture of the gang that was drawn by the great Chris Iliopoulos. So yes, I checked them out there. That is all the main stars of WDW Today. We have Becky Menken and Mike Scopa and Annette Owens, Len Testa, as well as Mike Newell, Matt Hochberg. All of that is covered right there. So yeah, I thought that was really cool there. They're all dressed like the Avengers. I thought that was cool. Every year they have a different one. This year they're themed like the Muppets. So that's pretty super cool. So yeah, I like that. It's very Muppets or maybe Avenue Q in this case. I guess that's how, depends on how you look at it. It's really cool. And that lanyard we wear everywhere. We wear this around. And it's like when you're in a group, when you're going through the theme parks and you're walking around and most of the time following a flag. When it comes down to it, it's nice because everybody's like, who are they? Are they special? The answer is yes. And not to put ourselves over or anything like that. I'm just saying, it's like, no, we're just a group of like-minded individuals that want to have some fun. We are young, we are mid, we are old, we are every single age under the horizon, and we're all there to have a good time. And it's a great experience, especially if you travel by yourself. Quickly, you'll learn that you'll meet up with people that you know after a day or two, and then maybe you have a lifelong friend. There was a gentleman that went in 2012 named Scott, who unfortunately has not been able to come any years since. But we had an awesome friendship in just those few days. And there is 3 people off the top of my head I can talk about especially. One being my friend Rich and his son Ricky, and I've hung out with them every year at reunion. Super cool people. My friend John, he is super cool. And my friend Josh, he's also super cool. So yeah, all these people are really cool. Now granted, we could play a drinking game how many times I say cool or super cool or some variant of such. But still, they're all really awesome people. And the hosts are very accessible. It's not like if you attend some sort of a function that is put on by maybe a sports franchise or something like, I'm too important to hang out with you. No, they actually will ride the rides with you. They'll hang out with you. They'll chat with you. And they'll treat you like a friend and not just someone that is paying to be there. They have a great time just like you're having a great time. And that's what makes Reunion awesome. Reunion is a great experience and something I think that if you're a Disney fan, you should experience at least once. So after we head over from the Contemporary, we go over to the Magic Kingdom. And ever since I started going, and apparently this has been ever since Reunion started, and I believe maybe Mouse Fest, but I don't know much about Mouse Fest, honestly. I will state that it usually starts at Aloha Isle with the Mike Scopa Dole Whip meet. Basically everyone, it's just a mix and mingle. They gather around, and that's the first time that everyone can meet each other. Now granted, obviously we run into each other when we know each other in the parks before the events start, and that'll happen with me this year like it always does. But when it comes down to it, this is the first time that everyone meets as a group. You may have a Dole Whip, you may not. You may hang out, you may not. It just depends. You'll have a great time regardless. It's funny because in 2012, within 2 minutes of meeting Len Testa, of course is the man behind touring plans, I had a bottle of water. Like, Len just bought everybody a bottle of water because Len's a super cool guy. Straight up. So yeah, that was awesome. So that's going to be from noon to 1. Well, about 1 o'clock, we're going to head over to the Enchanted Tiki Room. And we're going to head over for a meet called All the Nerds Sing Words, which is a play on, obviously, the music from the Enchanted Tiki Room. It's a sing-along for the Enchanted Tiki Room, and all of us will be there. All of us will be singing along. There'll be audience participation, and apparently there's going to be finger puppets, which I'm very excited for. It should be super cool, super awesome. Around 2 o'clock after we're done with that, and these times obviously not subject to change, they're basically they're the set times, and then other than this, we could also do stuff otherwise. Like, we could hang out and at the drop of a hat, it's like, hey, let's go ride Pirates of the Caribbean as a group. And we'll go through the lines. We don't fast pass anything like that. No, we just go through the lines as a group, hanging out as a group, and riding the rides as a group. It's a total fun group experience. I very much enjoy it. At 2 o'clock, we're going to go over to what's called Magic Carpets Roulette. And apparently Becky Mankin from MEI Mouse Fan Travel is going to be running around like a crazy person the flying carpets of Aladdin. So basically, if she stops on the carpet that you're on, you win a prize. It's kind of like a roulette ball. That's basically why it's called Magic Carpets Roulette. And whoever's in the carpet that comes closest to the ball, or Becky or Annette, whomever is the one that's running around like a crazy person, trying not to get squirted by the camel, will win a prize, which is super cool. So around 4 o'clock, we're going to head over to do the Not One Direction Best Jungle Cruise Ever. And it's going to be a rousing good time. The first time I'm able to experience the Jingle Cruise, which unfortunately I did not get to do last year. Completely ran out of time. Reunion, I don't make reservations or anything because I know that cards subject to change. Anything could change at the drop of a hat. They could decide to do something and I'm like, yeah, I'll go with you guys. I mean, I'm not going to go off on my own. I'm just going to go out and hang out with everyone, all my friends. Maybe we're going to be laughing at the skipper's jokes, or maybe we're going to laugh at the every third joke, or maybe potentially we're going to be singing Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Something's going to happen and it's going to be fun. And mark my words, I'll say this right now, if you're following Pop on Reunion weekend, you're going to get a lot of content from Reunion. As much as I'm able to film, I will be filming. Unless I am told physically by Disney to not film for whatever reason, I'll film whatever is coming our way when it comes to actual Reunion events. So you will have video proof of almost all of these Reunion activities. Now, that's the same night of Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, so obviously we gotta leave the park early. We're gonna end our night at the Magic Kingdom with trying to shut down the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which I got to ride in September. It's alright. Maybe it'll grow on me. So we're gonna be riding the mine train. We're gonna go through the massive queue as a group, as a collective, and no fast pass allowed here. We're just gonna go through, we're gonna have a great time, and we're gonna ride it after dark. Should be so super cool. So, about 9 o'clock, we're going to head over to the Tambu Lounge at the Polynesian because the hosts are staying at the Poly this time around. They brought a lot of the listeners with them. Like, the people that were staying with them, booked to stay with them. When they switched over to the Polynesian, they went with them too. I'd love to be staying at the Polynesian, but obviously money's just not there, so I'm a Pop. So, yeah, I own Pop. I drink soda, and I'm staying at Pop Century. How appropriate. Hopefully, I have a better stay than I did last year, because last year was a problem. We go over to the Tambu Lounge, we hang out for a couple of hours. Others drink, they talk, they chat. I'll talk, I'll chat. Maybe they'll have some appetizers. Maybe they'll hang out and do, maybe games. Who knows? We're going to hang out till about midnight. Should be really fun. After that's over, everyone will probably head to downtown Disney, catch a bus back to the resort. That's usually how it works. Now, when we get up the next morning, we're going to go over to Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios Day will start at 11:30 a.m. We're going to fill a Star Speeder on Star Tours. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to basically ride Star Tours together as a group. That's basically the best way to put it. And we're going to find out which one of us is going to be the Rebel Spy. I've never been the Rebel Spy. I want to be the Rebel Spy, and I will be the Rebel Spy. So anyone that is watching this video that is connected to Disney in any way possible and has any way to make Suro and Disney the Rebel Spy, I would totally appreciate it. So at 2 o'clock, we're going to head over and check out Mulch, Sweat, and Shears, which is going to be the meet called Mulch, Sweat, and Frozen Tears, because obviously everything in Hollywood Studios is now frozen. But the thing about it is we did this last year, and we have video. I have video on this very channel from the Walt Disney World December 2013 playlist or the Reunion 2013 playlist, WDW Today Reunion 2013 playlist. You can check out the Malt, Sweat, and Shears meet from last year. Len was there, and he was playing tambourine like a madman, and it was awesome. I got that whole concert on there. It is all filmed with my iPod. You can check it out here on Pop whenever you get a chance. After you watch this video, you're more than welcome. Check it out. Please do, and comment on it. If you were there, if you weren't there, you can live vicariously through old video. That's what YouTube's for, folks, right? So, also, we're going to head over on about 4 o'clock, and we're going to go over to Starring Rolls, and we're going to have a Butterfinger cupcake eating contest. But we're not allowed to use our hands. We have to eat like vagrants like this. So that's going to be fun, and I'm interested to see how that's going to work. I don't know if I'll partake or not, but we'll find out. So that night, we're actually going to be having the first of 3 major events going on. And the first of 3 being this, the Desserts and Delights Party. Now, this was a guarantee to anyone that booked through MEI and Mouse Fan Travel, booked through the package for Reunion 2014. And they got basically what it is. Every year it seems to change a little bit, but it's still somewhat the same. The last couple years we did Toy Story Mania, had a ride through, the entire group went to Toy Story Mania, and then after that was over, we walked into the streets of America and we had the Osborne spectacle of dancing lights to ourselves. Yes, we had an entire run of the Osborne Lights with just our group. So you can imagine, if you've ever been to the Osborne Lights at Hollywood Studios, thousands of people, it's like this trying to walk through. And no, it's just not like that. If you watch my video from 2012, you can see that I basically took video of the ground. Why? Because I could. Usually you can't even see the ground because there's wall-to-wall people. But no, when there's only a couple hundred people, if that, then yeah, you'll have a different respect for the Osborne Lights. You'll have a different appreciation for the Osborne Lights, and you'll never want to do it another way again. So if you booked in the package, you get at least 2 tickets. As long as you're staying in a room with 2 people, you can get 2 tickets, and then you can pay a little bit of a charge to get 2 more if you want. Now this is apparently starting about 7:45. We're going to meet at Animation Courtyard, and then we'll check over to whatever fun awaits us. It's end about 10:30-ish, and then we'll basically end the night there. So that will be the end of Hollywood Studios evening. Now, the next day, of course, is all about Epcot. And Epcot will start with a meet, which it doesn't say where it's going to be. I'm guessing it's going to be in Norway. How appropriate. Where Mike, Len, Annette, Becky, Scopa, and Matt are all going to be reenacting the entire Maelstrom ride in its entirety, since obviously we can't ride it because it's closed. I do have that video. It's here on Pop too, so you can check that out with the Walt Disney World September 2014 playlist. You can check that out, my video from my last ride on Maelstrom. So they're going to reenact the entire ride, and then the post-ride movie should be super fun and really hilarious. Should be a great time. Very much looking forward to that. Now, December 6th also will bring, at 2 o'clock, the Agent B's World Showcase Adventure. This was a scavenger hunt that was done last year, and basically, we all paired up into groups, and we ran around World Showcase at Epcot and tried to find the different members of the WDW Today team. And it was awesome, and we had to take a picture with them to have proof that we actually saw them. So it's like, no, I don't believe you. You didn't see all of them in 5 minutes. It's not possible. Where's your photo proof? Don't have any. Bye-bye. So you leave the electric umbrella and you go back and go in the field and try to find some. So yeah, it was really fun last year, and I really am looking forward to this meet. It's one of the meets I'm definitely looking forward to. Now, last year I went over to Universal that day and checked out Mannheim Steamroller as well as the Macy's Holiday Parade, and I did that with Tony. That was done last year. I'm not sure if that'll happen this year, but that means I had to actually miss the Skagway, Alaska meet, which is basically us going through Spaceship Earth with a special soundtrack that is provided by the WDW Today crew. Now, I did go through Spaceship Earth after the fact with the headphones on and listening to their narration of the actual ride itself, probably wondering why people were looking at me when I would laugh hysterically at what was being said, and there were some very somber things being talked about, and I was laughing out loud because there was some really funny stuff. So yeah, that was really cool, and the night ends with a first of 2 hard ticket events, ones you actually had to pay a little bit more for. Well, about 8:45, we're going to head over to a specific area, and this is going to run to about 10:30, but that's obviously card subject to change, as usual. Apparently we're going to Italy, and we're going to have a dessert party. We're going to have a great dessert party. And then after it's over, we're going to watch Illuminations, Reflections of Earth with the special holiday tag, the Walter Cronkite holiday tag, which is awesome, by the way. Video also available on Pop via the Reunion 2013 playlist. I have the video from Illuminations last year and the year prior, so I have the last 2 Illuminations videos, and I'll have one for this year as well. We're going to meet over there, and after the fireworks are through, we're going to probably get some special magic. We have done Test Track before. We have done Soarin' before. We may do one of the above. Who knows what's going to happen with this meet. It should be pretty awesome. Very much looking forward to it. You know, it would be really cool if we could swing it. I know it's probably not ever going to happen. I know it would never happen. Not probably not going to happen. It would never happen in a million years. It would be super awesome if it did. What if our special magic, if you will, was getting to ride Maelstrom one more time? I know. It'd be so super awesome, though. So, this ends Reunion. for most. A lot of people go away, but we still have some few that actually stay for the final day on Sunday. And those that stay on the final day get treated to some last-minute awesomeness. Well, last year we went over to Animal Kingdom, and we did some cool stuff at Animal Kingdom, but it doesn't seem like this year anything is completely planned. Maybe we'll find out more in the next couple days. Maybe we'll find out more when we get to actual reunion. Maybe we'll find out more. Who knows? We might not find out anything about this until the actual breakfast, which I'm about to talk about. Now, the ESPN Club, which I recommend if you get a chance to take it on, is a really good restaurant that is located on the boardwalk over by Epcot. Now, I will state right now that what they do is they rent out the ESPN Club for a breakfast. Obviously, they're open for lunch and dinner. This is actually a breakfast. And it's going to start about 8 a.m. And last time, we actually had a live podcast. It sounds like it's going to be a live podcast again this time. But sometimes there's games. And in 2012, I did not participate. Last year, I did not participate. Anyone that is watching this video right now, if you are connected to WDW Today or MEI and Mouse Fan Travel, and you're listening to what I'm saying right now, I state right here on YouTube that I will be participating this year. Suro and Disney will be a part of whatever they have planned for the ESPN Club for the Breakfast with the Bunch meet. Mark my words, it will happen, and it will be awesome, whatever it is. So who knows what's going to happen after that? Everyone goes their separate ways. Some people leave that day. Some people have to catch a flight early so they don't miss that meet. And our last time we see each other is at Epcot. It's a sad time because it's kind of like saying goodbye to your friends, and who knows when you'll see them again. Now, chances are you'll see them again next year, but then again, just like with Scott, they didn't come back. I mean, obviously life gets in the way, and there's family commitments, and there's all sorts of plans that come up, and the person you see one year may not be there next year. And that's happened a lot. But by and large, pretty much everyone that I pal around with has been there every year. So I've developed an awesome friendship with all these really awesome people. And I'm very much looking forward to Reunion 2014. So, excuse me. This is all... Doesn't this sound awesome? Seriously. If you're a Disney fan, doesn't this sound really cool? Like hanging out with like-minded individuals that want to talk about Disney as much as you do? I mean, it's an awesome event. And as of this moment, if you go to the reunion2014.net website, unfortunately you cannot purchase any packages anymore because obviously we're a couple days away from Reunion. But when it comes down to it, there is a listing of about 118 people. And there'll be more than that. So we're looking at probably around, I say give or take a few, maybe about 150. A group of 150, something around that. It might be less, I don't know, maybe a little bit more, who knows? I don't have an actual number. But we're all going to be together, we're all going to be hanging out, we're all going to be doing awesome things, and that's just the bare list. There's other things that happen out of nowhere. It's like, hey, we're going to do this ride. So you go to the 2014 Reunion Twitter account, and you follow it, and who knows, maybe they're like, hey, how about we're going to ride Dumbo, because Dumbo's got no line. We're going to ride Dumbo now, so let's go to Dumbo and hang out. And then after that, after the meets are over, people hang out, they go to the next one, and then they go to the next one, they go to the next one, and like I said, the hosts are super awesome, they're super cool, they're very friendly, and they'll definitely chat with you about anything. One of the things I really enjoy doing is talking wrestling with Mike Scopa. Love doing that. I love talking to Noel. I love talking to Len. I really enjoy talking to Michelle Scribner-McLean. I mean, she's really cool too. I like talking to Becky and Annette. I like talking to them. I like talking to the MEI and Mouse Fan travel agents, including mine, Stephanie. I mean, I like talking to all of them. And I like talking to all the people that I meet at the event. And, obviously, it's a great place to network because a lot of you out here that are seeing this video probably know of this channel because you met me at Reunion. So, yeah. That's pretty cool. Oh, and yeah, by the way, just because I'm smart like that, we have the hello, my name is, and of course it says Owen, and if you look on the back, it says the YouTube account, of course, because I'm smart. So yeah. That's what we've got for the Vlog of Randomness this week. Next week, Vlog of Randomness will be live from Walt Disney World. So yes, don't know what it's going to be about next week, but we'll see. It should be fun. And Sip and Snack will be coming at you tomorrow. We're going to be doing the comparison of the 3 different kinds of au gratin potatoes, as well as we're going into sips of Capri Sun and also the Mountain Dew Game Fuel Citrus Cherry, which I've been promising for a couple weeks, which I finally got a hold of. And Sip and Snack will be live from Walt Disney World coming up next week, so that's coming at you. And continue to watch Pop for this week. Obviously, we're going to be giving you a special Black Friday edition, a twofer on AJ's movie reviews. On Friday, we're going to be talking about Horrible Bosses 2 and the Penguins of Madagascar. And for you Oscar fans, and I know there's a lot of you out there because you guys seem really intent on watching our Academy Awards videos and our prediction videos, you will get a review of Birdman, Whiplash, and The Theory of Everything, and that's also coming on Friday. Saturday, Ashley returns with Gaming with Ash, and we're also going to have our predictions for the Academy Awards Big 8 categories. Sunday will be a brand new Versus, which coincides with a movie that is coming out this week. You'll decide what that's going to be. Monday, we'll kick back into NXT and SmackDown, one last NXT and SmackDown, and the next time I review NXT and SmackDown, I'll be live at NXT TakeOver Our Evolution at Full Sail University. I made an extra day added to my trip just so I can attend, and next Tuesday, Monday Night Raw. Wednesday, we will kick it off, and we'll get nothing but Disney and Universal content for the next almost 2 weeks. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned to this channel. If you like these videos, then tell your friends about them. Leave a comment. Do subscribe. Word of mouth is a wonderful thing, isn't it? Spread the word about Pop. If you haven't yet, go to Facebook. Click like on our Facebook fan page as Suro and Disney Pop. If you'd like to send me a friend request, old school style on Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg would be very proud to hear you putting over Facebook. You can do so by adding me at Owen Disney. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, I will be basically live tweeting my behind off for the entire duration of the time I'll be in Orlando, talking about Disney, talking about Universal. If you want to meet me in the parks, you can tweet me, and we can work something out to meet me at either Disney World or at Universal Orlando. We can work on that, and that should be awesome if that is allowable. And you can also send me an email if you want to get a hold of me that way. Ask me questions. We want to talk travel information. We talk about Reunion, my experiences at Reunion, having a blasty blast at Reunion just like I'm going to this year, as well as Disney, Universal, Halloween Horror Nights. You want to talk movies with me? We can talk movies. We can talk about ideas you have for Versus or Sip and Snack or a Vlog of Randomness idea we can talk about. We can throw it out that way, and who knows, maybe at Reunion, just like in the last couple years, we may have some special guests here on Pop. I don't know exactly if that's going to happen or not, but we'll see. It may happen. Probably will. You may see some new faces in the next couple weeks here on Pop. So, in the meantime, suroanddisney@gmail.com. So, thank you guys and girls out there for watching. And if you're able to go to Reunion, if you're able to be there for it, and you're not able to be into the package, just show up, have fun, enjoy yourself, hang out with some like-minded Disney individuals, and if not, next year, Reunion 2015, show up. Should be super awesome, and you'll definitely have a great time, mark my words. So, everyone that is watching this video that knows exactly what I'm talking about, hopefully I'll see you guys in a couple of days at Reunion. And until tomorrow, boys and girls, that's all I gotta say about that.